I know. I broke the link. Oh dear. Hello, kia ora, hello. Welcome everybody to Fate of Isen, Pukapukarua. That is book 2. We are a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast made by a bunch of Kiwi comedians and amazing D&Ders from around Aotearoa. Proud members of Kiwi RPG, Kia mu whakatau o Aotearoa, tabletop role-playing from New Zealand. We kōrero paki, we tell some jokes, we hopefully save the world, and we have a whole lot of fun along the way. Thank you for joining us today. If it is your first time visiting Isen, welcome. But for all of our Faties who are coming home again, visiting in Wetmas, welcome back. It is so good to see you here. Kia ora. Welcome for joining us today. And as you can see, I'm really, really hyped because I have an amazing cast of special guests to help me tell a cool Christmas story. I'm very excited. So I'm going to throw it over to my players to let them introduce themselves, tell you a bit about them, tell you a bit about who they're playing today. Take it away, not the sidebars. We'll see who these guys are.
And now comes the long stretch of silence while we wait to see who goes first.
Yeah.
I think I would say it's you, Penny.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, kia ora, everybody, and welcome to the terrible adventures of the Wait, no, wrong podcast. Hi, everyone. My name is Penny D. I am here excited to be part of Fate of Isen again. Merry Wetmas to all of you, as I'm told the time of year that we are dealing with right now. Tonight, I'm going to be playing Blitzen. She is a reindeer centaur cleric. She's very excited because this is the first year that she's ever had Wetmas off. And so she's excited to get into some shenanigans and, just do a little bit of adventure because this is normally a very busy time of the year. So excited to see what's going to happen. Do I select somebody or do we do another awkward pause?
I mean, it's the Battle of the Beards, right?
Yeah.
I think the shorter beard should go first.
But Julz has already gone.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's fair. Middle beard, then. That's you, Alan.
Hi, I'm Allan Henry. I'm a thoroughly strange person. You might have noticed I have the sun right behind me. Cool. But I'm a weirdo. I play a lot of TTRPGs and pretend to be monsters and superheroes and 10-year-olds. It's very, very cool. And today for Wetmas, I'm playing Puddle, who is a forest gnome, storm sorcerer, but also a student from Strixhaven College who's kind of on his break, and he's very stoked to be heading towards Wetmas, because it's kind of being a storm sorcerer. He feels like he is the embodiment of the storm anyway. So he's looking forward to heading to a festival and finding everyone. It's going to be great. And I made a little thing because you got to bring a gift, so I made sure I brought something.
Okay.
And that's Puddle.
Welcome,
all right,
Puddle.
Josh, giant
which
beard.
just leaves me, doesn't it?
We should do, the obligatory, like the traditional awkward silence.
Oh, yeah.
Before you go.
Who's going next?
Oh, come on, Josh, you take it.
Oh, go on then. So, kia ora, I'm Josh. I am a huge nerd. That pun works better in person.
He's huge. He's really, really big.
Massive.
I love playing tabletop role-playing games. I enjoy running them, but I enjoy being a player more because once you start DMing, it's a curse. You don't ever get away from it. Tonight, I am playing Jackie Sleet, a water genasi monk who is thoroughly looking forward to Wetmas and is hoping to have a very moist new year as well.
No! It
Welcome
already
to
happened.
the law bending.
Yeah, within seconds of starting.
Oh, this is last year's Wetmas all over again. But I'm excited. And so apparently is Taryn. One of our usual sidebars is in the chat. Taryn is actually a water creature too. So I was very excited to see what happens with Wetmas. Amazing. I'm so sorry, Brad. Wetmas didn't exist in book 1, but this is a book 2 thing now. Pukapukarua. We're loose.
The chat seems very upset by the idea of Wetmas, and I do not know why, and I'm excited to find out.
Great. Okay, so
Wetmas is amazing.
it is. It is
splashy and slippery. And I can get some more sibilance out of this one.
Slick.
Absolutely. Slick. Oh, delicious.
That was pretty tasty. Oh god. Okay. So we are on Season's Eve at the moment. This is where we find our heroes. It is Season's Eve, the day before the big day. And our heroes aren't quite where they need to be. As everybody in Isen knows, Wetmas is at its best in Lakeside. And that's where our heroes want to be. Where they find themselves is actually nowhere near. I'm going to pop up a wee map for those of you in the live stream. So they find themselves way down the bottom in Valentia, much closer to the Wolfwood. And as you can see, that's a fair stretch from Lakeside. So, but it's okay, because our heroes have a lead on a guy with a teleportation spell that just needs a fee, and he will wrap them right there. And actually, this is very common on Season's Eve for adventurers and heroes all over Isen, because in Lakeside, there is a very, very special event for adventurers and heroes. Those who leave home and strike out and don't have a settled space to get presents delivered to, these people will miss out otherwise. So what's happened is Isen and Lakeside has organized an adventurer's gift swap. It's just the event of the season. You must take a gift with you, and then you get to take somebody else's gift that they've bought. You never know what it's going to be. It's very exciting, and everybody's there, swapping stories, swapping gifts, and that's why our adventurers are heading to Lakeside. So as they're walking along towards a small town, they've picked up a quest. This particular quest was picked up in a small town that you pass through, not even really worth mentioning, but they did have a bit of a problem with some wolves. Now, unfortunately, the wolves in Wolfswood, well, that happens quite a lot, but this particular wolf that you're hunting got a taste for a halfling, and it keeps coming back to eat the people instead of the sheep, and that's a bit of a problem. So
I thought you were going to say the same comes back to eat the same halfling a little bit more
definitely.
at a time, yeah.
I've read some books this year like that, very, very closely aligned to that storyline.
Yeah, the halfling is getting very sick of seeing this wolf kind of stalking it. So you've been given enough of a bit of a bounty kind of promise there that if you sort out this wolf, then you'll make the rest of your fee. For some of you, who knows, some of you might already have your fee to get this teleportation. So as you're walking along, tracking this wolf, it's at the moment the prints are easy to see, so you're just kind of following it. What are you guys talking about? What are you doing? What's happening?
I would like to think that we're just heading along this path, and we're engaged in a pretty like a debate about what do we think that this halfling must taste like that is good enough that the wolf just keeps wanting to come? Like, have any of us ever really considered, like, would you, like, if the wolf was convincing enough, would you?
I wouldn't. Last time I checked, halflings were mostly potatoes, weren't they?
Look, all I'm saying is that I've never had a potato that I didn't enjoy eating. I did date a cleric some time ago who was trying to convince me that cannibalism was a good idea. That they didn't engage with actual cannibalism. They just wanted to take a slice of themselves out and cook it and see what it was like. And I just did not feel like that relationship needed to go anywhere. And I wonder if the halfling's feeling much the same way about it, really. I mean, maybe the wolf's got a taste for that potato. Look, mashed potatoes and cream, that's a good time.
I'm working with a theory that there's a local cleric who is paying this wolf because that way the halfling has to keep coming back here and healing him. How many times can you pay to replace the same arm?
Look, that sounds like a reasonable theory to me. And with the privatization of everything else, they used to have the transport. The guy who runs that teleportation circle used to be free. It used to be part and parcel of getting around. Yeah, but they always jack
the prices up close to the holidays. They always
but you know what? Then they sold off that asset, and they're starting to call it Wet Link now or something. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
The privatization of magic circles has become, honestly, a plague on the community.
It happens at the college, I guess, a lot. But that's part of the learning institution, right? Like if your study is,
charging you for services as part of your education. I mean, that sounds terrible to me.
No. I mean, the whole like healing people so you can damage them and then heal them again and damage them again. Like those necromancy students, they're weird. No offense, but some of the clerics are also weird.
I like those necromancers. Reduce, reuse, reanimate. That's a good living theory to have.
Oh, I mean, that's fine. Like I get it. It's the whole it's the whole cycle thing. But it just wasn't my vibe, Like I prefer more of the artistic kind of endeavors. You know what I mean?
Oh, I hear you, little man. I understand that when there isn't too much of you, you're a little worried about any wastage in the reanimation process. I understand. You ain't got too much to lose there.
Well, it's not so much that. It's more the whole like, I could have been. I probably could have if I wanted to, but you get struck by lightning when you're 400 years old. It changes you.
Are you implying that if you get struck by lightning before you're 400 years old, it doesn't do anything?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, that's cool. I'm not that old. I should get struck by lightning.
I don't remember much before 400. I was pretty young.
Julz, that's foreshadowing. Just so we're clear on that. That's foreshadowing for later.
All right.
I'm glad to know that if I get struck by lightning later, nothing will happen to me.
Okay. And as you're walking along having this very lively conversation, just following the very obvious wolf prints, you come up to a town. Now, this one here is got a big sign on the outside of this town, proudly pronouncing it as Rangifer, nearest town to the Wolfwood, and all heroes are welcome. And like they have a small main street where you can kind of see the standard shop fare, tavern, blacksmith, grocer, all of these kind of things. Little bit wider circle out, you can start to see some residential houses. You can see the whole town from kind of where you are. So it's not that big, but it's definitely the biggest one you've seen in a while.
Team, I'm a little suspicious that these obvious wolf tracks went down the center of the road and go into the entrance to the town. That feels like a bit of a red flag to me.
Yeah, the town is also next to something called the Wolfwood as well. Maybe
what, like a giant wolf statue?
Possibly, maybe. But if you've got a forest that's called the Wolfwood, I'm from the Misty Wood and it's very misty there. So if you're from the Wolfwood, maybe it's very wolfy.
Hey, as a reindeer, I don't mess around with mist, okay? Mist, fog, none of it. Can't do it. Staying away from that.
Oh.
All you need is a good light to lead you through it, though.
No. No, you don't. You just take the night off. Here's the thing, is that someone will tell you that just because, oh, my nose glows now, that it's okay to go through the fog and the mist, but it's not. They're lying. They're lying for their own benefit.
Sounds like you got to know a few trees far better than you wanted to a few times.
As you walk through the main gate of this place, you do actually look down at those, has been quite obvious wolf prints. And here they are a bit scuffled and a bit harder to read, but they don't seem to lead into the town. You're not really sure where they go from here. If you would like to investigate this further, you are more than welcome. Otherwise, it looks a little harder to tell here.
Are there any people around?
There are. They're like people coming and going, walking from the different taverns, shops, houses,
Okay, can I stop a random person?
Mm-hmm. Yes. What does this person look like?
They are a circus performer. They're walking on their hands, and they are an elf.
Okay.
Huzzah!
Perfect.
My kind of peeps.
Hello. Excuse me. Did you see a wolf come by this way? It would have very wolf-shaped feet going by these tracks.
Very obvious.
Yes. Wolf. Yes. Wolves all the time in a town. We are right next to the Wolfwood. Oh, but they can't come in because the traps.
Just out of curiosity, have you seen many wolves that didn't have wolf-shaped paws? I mean, my fine friend here made it very clear that this one had very wolf-shaped paws.
Looking at paws, yes. It's pretty much all I can see with my head on the ground like this.
Hey.
But no, they usually don't come in because of the whole traps.
Okay, but you see, do you see these tracks? These ones come in, and then they sort of stop, and it's very confusing.
Yes.
I look directly upwards. Is there a wolf just caught in a net above me?
No, there is not.
Damn.
And he's like, Oh, I see the problem. Yes. New to Rangifer. Never been here before. Clearly. All right. Well, I can demonstrate if you'd like.
Is it safe?
Oh yeah, for you.
Oh,
I mean, none of you are wolves, right?
Let him go off.
Yeah,
I'd love to see it. Go on.
I am definitely not a wolf.
Nope,
And
me neither.
He just leans over sort of towards the gate, like where the gate post is, kind of as the main coming into town, and just goes, woof. Like, just says the word, like, really close to the gate and says, woof. And the gate goes,
And I flee. I get startled and I flee.
yeah. And he's like,
Puddle is
that.
like falling back in the grass.
He's like, yeah, that, wizard came into town once, put a magic mouth on the gate, works pretty well.
Yeah, that is a magic mouth. That's definitely that's very loud.
I come back and I'm like, was that really necessary?
You wanted to know? It'll be around here somewhere. So whatever wolf you're tracking, it gets a bit freaked out and then comes back again,
Does that imply that the wolf came partially into the town and then said the word wolf?
I realize that this may not be immediately clear to you, but I imagine it has a number of trigger points. One of them being a wolf.
When he says wolf, does the thing go off again?
Yes.
I flee. I run.
I think we're going to need another word for what we're talking about. Here.
That's really loud.
It is. But you know what else we're going to find out today is how laterally thinking this wizard was. So let's see what we can call it.
I come back.
He's like, so welcome to Rangifer, where we're safe from the wolves. Mostly.
And then the gate goes off again, yeah.
No, apparently wolves is fine.
Yeah.
Plurality.
It's a good thing that wolves don't travel in groups or at all, because that would, it's a good thing they're a classically solitary animal.
Classically, yes.
Yeah.
He's like, you get what you get when wizards come to town and do a freebie.
Those weird wizards.
He must have done it outside of the Wetmas season, because magic is a lot more easy to be free then.
Hmm.
Do you want to come in? We've got a hot toddy on brew in the cabin.
I could just wolf some of that down.
And then I flee inside the building.
Yeah. So right.
Yeah. That's not funny.
Near the gate is
you're right.
the
property values
the
near this gate must be like so low.
Yeah.
Just really great sound insulation.
Yeah, so inside the Kevin Tavern is currently a bard band playing fairly heavy, and everybody's like, what? What? Like, kind of, so that might explain that this place is fine. Everybody seems to be enjoying themselves. They're drinking, there's a big old steaming, pot of hot toddy on a fireplace, and there's a busy bar going on. This also looks like it's quite a sort of a hunting bar in here. You see loads of trophies all on the walls up in the air. You do see wolf heads, you see, deers and all sorts of things.
Oh dear.
Yeah. 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 Just little doe deers, like the little tiny
babies.
Very gentle looking.
Oh, okay. So it's okay when it's children, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah. And they what do you do? Look around, sit down, help yourself. What are you doing?
Are there any halflings in this bar?
Halflings in here? Probably. Like, it's a pretty busy place, and there does seem to be a fairly hefty mix of people in here, so.
Sweet.
Yeah. But everybody does part slightly for the centaur. Right.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh, thank you.
You see people, like, if they have a hat on, they pull their hat off and they sort of put it on their chest and they nod.
I don't have a hat, otherwise I would do the same to you.
And as you're just parting through, and like people raise their glass, and like it's very, like you don't recognize any of these people, but they're all kind of, doing it as you come through the crowd.
Excuse me, if I could just ask, why are you doing that?
I didn't realize you were so famous.
Oh, I'm not. It's that damn Rudolph who gets all the credit.
Yeah, and there's a wee drunken dwarf with his feet up on the table and a big old tankard, and his nose is bright red from clearly having drunk quite a lot. And he's like, "Well, you're a reindeer, aren't you?"
I'm a reindeer centaur, sir.
Close enough. We are big fans of reindeer around here in Rangifer.
Yes, I can tell by all the children that you've put up on the wall.
Oh no, those aren't reindeer. We wouldn't hunt reindeer. They're protected.
Oh, good. Oh, how come?
Well, And he just gestures like you should know.
What, because of midsummer? Because of Wetmas? Because every year I have to work at Wetmas time, is that why?
Do ya?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to go get a drink.
Yeah. He's like,
on a scale of like put your own ears out through to like how can I best support this band, where on that scale would the covers band, who I can only imagine is called Blinks, fall?
Let's roll.
That's
and
a
see how
deep
well
cut
we're
joke
doing.
right there.
Yeah, well, I rolled a 14. So I think they're doing okay.
So they're pretty decent. Pretty decent.
They're definitely not the best band you've ever seen, but they hold a tune. Yeah.
The song reminds me of one time.
To myself.
The song reminds me of a time I accidentally ran over some guy's grandma.
I feel like you probably should have been looking where you were going at that point. The
Well, I was
elderly
fine.
don't tend to move that quickly.
Look, I think that she should have been looking where she was going. She shouldn't have staggered out the door into the snow. It's very cold.
Yes, that is accurate, but surely if you're moving at speed on a slippery surface.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe that was her choice.
I can assure you it wasn't.
Sorry, suicide by reindeer is this? I mean, if you're going to go, you're going to go.
You feel a small child tugging on your haunches there, Blitzen. Just tug on the fur.
Oh, hello.
Fur.
What can I do? What is this, a bar for ants? What can I do for you, small person?
Are you one of them?
Without asking for context, I'm going to say yes, I am.
That's so... Why are you still one of them now in the bar? That's weird.
I am going to lean over to Josh's character and be like, that's racist.
It feels that way. It really does.
Right?
But ignorance is taught, right? So
okay, maybe,
can
right,
a
you're
child
right,
be that racist? Probably. Honestly, do you want to kick them? Because they're about your size, and if I do it, they're going to go across the room.
No, I only kick people standing directly behind me.
Did you tell? A small child's
not
just
yet.
looking at you with big wide eyes. But you must have told.
Not yet, little child. I'm going to tell a little bit later.
Oh.
After I've kissed.
Yeah. And goes, okay, but I think you told. And then runs off.
Hey, look, at least the kid's got the right idea. Snitches should get stitches.
I think I have Speak with Dead, so we could kill that child and then get some answers.
Well,
let's hold fire on killing a child in a crowded bar. Let's pump the brakes.
I didn't specify where. Maybe you should try.
Pump the brakes, the thing you didn't do around that grandma?
Can I clamber up to the bar and hoist myself up on a stool and be here at the bar? It'd be like, excuse me, good sir.
Yes. Small. Yes.
No, it's fine. You could say I'm small. I'm a gnome. It makes sense. Just don't ask if I'm one of them.
Yes. Just sort of.
Excuse me, bartender. Could I get one mug of hot toddy for me and what I assume is going to be a spa-sized bath of hot toddy for my little friend here?
Oh well, we have cups for the smaller folk, not children. Wasn't going to say children. Goes off to behind and just sort of.
I'll bring up my Strixhaven college student ID that says I'm of age. Just be like, excuse you, sir.
Yes. Oh, right. Studying. Well done, you. Good to get yourself an education.
Yep, it's important.
Parents must be very proud.
He's 450 years old.
Are your parents still alive?
My parents? Yeah, that's still alive.
Wow. okay. Like, it's very impressed.
I'm just gonna look at him and be like,
Yeah.
okay. Is this a
and then,
human
like,
man?
Yeah, a human man. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Small glass, like, tiny little egg cup type size glass for you, and big old tankard for our Jackie Sleet.
Ah, thanks.
Just
that's good.
Yeah. It's the best stuff. That's why this place is pumping. Season's Eve,
Yeah. So we heard that there's a little, I guess, a local issue with a Canis lupus. I don't want to say the word in case the gate goes off.
Oh no, we're far enough away from. Yeah, but yes, and it's not just the gate, by the way. Certain points all around town.
Cool. Good to know. Thanks. So we're just wondering if maybe you had a little bit of information. We're looking to help rectify that whole situation, just so everything, so the whole season can go off without a hitch. We don't want anyone else getting hurt.
You going looking for a wolf in particular, or just all of them? Because I have to tell you, it's the wolf wood that could be an undertaking.
Yeah, I figured as much. So I was thinking maybe is there any kind of like particular kind of wolf, or a wolf of some significance, or a specific kind of gnarly looking wolf that just comes in and tries to eat halflings? One halfling in particular, maybe?
He laughs and he's like, no, not.
I mean, it might. In fairness, it might not be a gnarly looking wolf. It may be a very suave, sophisticated-looking wolf that it's a bad idea to let him taste you, but you just can't stop yourself, really.
And also, he would have very obvious feet.
Definitely has feet.
She's right. Very obvious feet.
Yes.
Blitzen is 100% correct on the wolf having feet. Probably 4 of them.
Winter wolves have bigger feet. Is that what you mean? Like the more snowy looking ones.
I'll hold up my hands as a sort of indicator for like what the size of the tracks that we've been chasing are.
About yay.
Yeah, he's like, more winter wolf. I mean, they're not always snowy colored. Some of them are grayish. You blend into the environment. We are a wood, but yeah, the big, yeah. It could take down a halfling, honestly.
I have a world building question, which is this is midsummer. This is Wetmas. Is this
we
summer?
Are in summer?
Yeah, so
100%.
This doesn't seem like the type of place you would see a winter wolf.
Yeah, well, that's what they used to be called back in the day. But they turn around and they are winter in the winter. So I guess they gotta still be winter wolves even in the summer. Otherwise, they're just wolves. And how do you tell them apart from the normal ones?
Barkeep, if you will. A few moments ago, a child asked me a bunch of cryptic questions, which I answered without getting follow-up, and now I regret it. Are there any local legends around about reindeer being one of them, and some sort of secret?
Oh, reindeer?
I'm fairly sure that when we get to Lake Town, you can go fishing all you want. I mean, if you're looking for somebody to stroke your ego, they can probably organize that in one of the private rooms.
Yes, we've already discussed this. I've already pre-booked a bunch of rooms for that purpose, exactly.
Well, I mean, reindeer are protected in Rangeva. You can't go hunting a reindeer. You know that, right?
I wasn't planning on it.
We get pretty angry about that.
This is my kind of place. I'm all about this.
Well, you never know what a reindeer might be. And he nods sort of like, like that's a great big statement he's made.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah, you can roll like things. You guys haven't really rolled it. I'm like, dude, did you
sorry,
guys
just so I'm absolutely clear here. Reindeer, the like looks a bit like a deer, but have the big rag
has rain on it
with the sort of the beardy thing on down the neck. That's kind of the reindeer.
Yeah, kind of more gray, sort of not always gray, sometimes brown.
And your position is that they can be anything.
Yeah, well, anyone.
Checks out to me.
I mean that just sounds like that could be any kind of magic, really. It could be alter self. It could be polymorph. It could be.
I just turn around and look
True
at like the
polymorph.
front door to the bar to see if it's like cut out for antlers to come through it in some way.
No, surprisingly not. And it actually looks like a normal kind of sized door. So like even though it was like 2 doors, probably Blitzen had a real trouble like, ducking and moving into the space. So it's definitely not like made for reindeer.
Can I ask a follow-up question? You said that reindeers could be anyone, and that they're protected. So you just protect everyone all the time on the off chance they might be a reindeer?
Well, that would be ridiculous. You just have to protect the
maybe
reindeer.
it's more of like an esoteric thing. Like, it's like you can be anything. Like follow your dreams.
We do try and protect everyone, which is why we've got, the gates up from the wolves that are kind of constantly attacking. But we are particularly fussy about no hunting of reindeer.
I think I'm going to like it here.
2 things right away. Number 1, clearly wolves aren't part of everyone. That's a fascinating line in the sand to draw. And number 2, who dreams of becoming a reindeer? Anyone?
Nobody dreams of it.
Who here, addressing the bar, who here has dreamed of becoming a reindeer?
Yeah,
anyone?
and
Open question.
A very surprising thing happens. About half the bar puts their hand up. With like no exclamation, and then just puts their hand back down and keeps on drinking.
Yeah, this bar is the most terrifying collection of fairies I can imagine.
Right as you say that, the doors bust open again, and a woman, a very distressed-looking woman, crying and just like, like breathing like she's been running for her life. Sarah, she's gone. I told her not to go. She wanted to go pet the damn it, reindeers! Oh, she left the fence. Oh God! And she just kind of collapses on the ground.
I'll walk over to her and I'll be like, "Ma'am." Which way did she go?
She went towards the wood. There's a small creek, and she always sees the reindeer just leave the wood and go drinking at the creek. And I told her not to go. And she's just sobbing.
It's okay. We'll go. Look. We can head out there and go and find Sarah. That was the name.
Yeah,
right?
we'll go
Sarah?
get her. We'll go get Sarah.
Yeah.
She's wearing a blue pinafore with yellow ribbons in her hair.
Yep.
Oh God.
Blue pinafore, yellow ribbons.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I appreciate the letting us know, but like, how many children do you imagine we're going to find out there drinking with reindeer?
It's entirely possible more than one. They do get sort of weird about reindeers at this time of the year.
Look, I'll tell you what. We'll just rescue all the children that we find, and that way Sarah's bound to be one of them. Can I just, and I turn back to the barkeep, can I just clarify? People aren't allowed to hunt reindeer. Can you track reindeer for the purposes of rescuing children?
Oh, yeah. And he's like, when the doors banged open, he moved over because this piece of like poster peeled down, revealing these other loads of these smaller posters. And he's busy going, yeah, totally, like covering up what that was, like just smoothing that out.
Okay,
as that happens, Blinks swings into a remarkable cover of Be Our Guest, put our tracker to the test.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah,
wait,
so
when
Puddle will
the
turn back and be like, a bit pitchy.
So when the doors burst open, a bunch of posters got knocked down to
kind of
uncover
knocked
something?
down, and he's like trying to put them back up.
Okay, I signal to you guys, and I'm going to leave the bar, and then I'm going to back kick the doors back open again to see if the posters fall down again.
Okay, roll me an attack roll on the doors, because we're going to see how like hard, smash these doors go.
Okay, this isn't.
Can the monk assist?
Yes.
The centaur with it?
What does it look like when you're assessing? Like how?
I think like genuinely the like Jackie's just gonna sort of catch some of the moisture, the latent moisture in the air, and just use it to sort of anchor, to sort of push with the strike, so that the energy is still concentrated, but like across a greater area.
Nice, I like it. So roll with advantage because of the assist.
So I assume there's an unarmed strike. This is just plus strength.
Like, unless your centaur has kick or whatever.
Well, it does have an ability called hooves, but that only polices the damage that it does. It doesn't actually. So I guess it just counts as an unarmed strike. So yeah. So I got 11 minus 1, 10.
Okay, So it's like,
Sorry, that was the highest roll you got with advantage.
Oh yeah, and a 6.
yeah.
Oh,
So you kick
throw
it
those dice
open
out.
and it does sort of fly open. And actually what you do is you don't necessarily like hit the wall with as much force as she did when she was coming flying in, but you do kind of knock him. Because he didn't get out of the way fast enough. So he goes kind of splat into the wall. And as he goes splat, he sort of drags the poster down with him as he kind of slides down the wall. So what you see in front of you is all of these smaller posters, old, curling, yellowy posters of various missing children through the ages.
You guys, I'd never take those down, or
Wait a minute. Can I have a look? Are they dated? Like, are they dated from like a long time ago?
Yeah, like every now and then, just another missing child. Yeah, from like years and years and years. Yeah, and like
Huh.
So,
he's
so
like,
we're doing.
it's fine. I'm sure. And like the mother's on the ground going, "Not my Sarah," you know.
Yep.
okay,
So we're doing
so
a Stephen King Christmas story this year.
yeah. Okay, so we have to talk about something on the way to the reindeer grove, which is if they want to avoid suspicious patterns of missing children, they could just take the posters down. They don't have to put other posters up on top of them.
Yeah, can I just take a look at the posters that like the missing children posters and see whether or not there is any reason that they haven't taken them down?
I mean, you can just roll me an investigation check to like check these out and see if you can figure out anything from them or whatever.
Yeah, let's do that. That'll do. 13.
Okay. From what you figure out with a 13, you're not really sure why they don't take them down with that, but maybe it's just a sentimental thing. But they do all seem to be referring to the child was taken on Midsummer, like on the Midsummer Day or on Wetmas Day. Like lots of parents waking up and realizing that their child is gone. Yeah. They're not really sure. Like there's obviously a time pattern, but clearly nobody's figured that out.
So I think we found out that apparently lots of people want to grow up and become reindeer. And it's so cool that you don't even go back to tell your parents it's fine.
I'm genuinely starting to get the impression that the people who live in this town are about as sharp as a rolling pin.
And the bartender goes, but rolling pins are round.
Hey, you chew on that. We're going to go look for the kid. You'll get there in the end.
Okay.
Come on now.
We see him really thinking about it.
Can I do a quick insight check on Sarah's mum?
Yeah.
Like, is this a mother who has lost her child? Like, is she legit?
Yeah.
That's a 13.
Yeah, she looks genuinely upset, like genuinely distraught, and isn't even really processing that you're leaving. Like she just, but she also looks like she isn't going to do anything about it. You know what I mean? Like she has come to the tavern to tell people and cry, but she's not like racing off to go do something. Yeah.
No, I think, I gather that this is the thing she was going to do.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So just very quickly before we do head off, and I see you thinking about that, bartender. You good. Keep chewing. Sorry, ma'am. How long ago did... Don't chew on the rolling pin. Don't.
You see him grab a rolling pin.
You told him to chew on it.
I told him to chew on the idea. I figured that the inference was clear, but apparently not.
Oh, look, he's eating it like a corn on the cob.
Oh, good. Anyway, maybe we need to tell a dentist to come move into this town. Sorry, ma'am. When did Sarah go missing?
Just this afternoon.
That's good. Look, I apologize. I just didn't want to assume because maybe you were a parent whose child had gone missing several years ago, and this is just your yearly way of clearing your tab. I apologize for castigating or casting aspersions on your good name. We're going to go look for your child now. Thank you, ma'am. You have a good day. As good as you can, I guess.
She just goes back. She goes back to crying. Like the other, people are gathering her away. You know.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I will cast prestidigitation to help tidy her up. I'll just be like, hey, it's okay. It's all right. Everything will be fine. We'll find Sarah and we'll be right back. Okay? Be right back.
Yeah, people are putting hot toddy in front of her and, again, nobody else seems to be making a move.
Yeah.
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 Kind of odd that she would come to the pub instead of going to like, I don't know, the sheriff's station or
I mean,
the like
pub
city
does look
guard or
like it's full of people with swords and shields and packs and stuff, like, you know, any kind of adventuring type tavern, but like
You do
everybody
have
else
those
is
things.
just sitting. Yeah, as you head out.
Yeah.
So she told you that it was closer to the Wolfwood and sort of near a stream and stuff. Now, when you come out the doors to the tavern, directly sort of in front of you, behind the buildings, is the wood, right? Like it's right there. So you're like, okay, cool. Closer to the woods, so we're heading in that direction, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, are there any like tracks or like signs of someone coming by this way recently?
There's heaps because it's sort of a busy main street here. Like,
I mean like out in the forest where we're directed.
Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, you're walking through the town. You kind of get to another little like one of those little latch push gates, you know, where you pull up the latch and sort of close it behind you and that kind of thing. And now you're in like a small area between the town and the actual very highly wooded area. It gets very dense very quick. And you do see a little bubbling stream just there. But this piece is all very like high grass, fields of flowers, kind of very like this type of place you'd go picking flowers and, you know, larking
As we pass through that gate, I think Jackie's going to sort of take a look around, and as they pass through the gate, it's just going to be like things we do to keep the wolf from the door. But like very specifically keeping an eye on like seeing whether or not the long grass moves, like anything's been startled by the gate going off.
Yeah, it does not seem to be. Smart move. Yeah, smart move. Yeah.
Except for me, I of course am startled and flee.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
We
there
can do
she goes.
punchlines and we can make them smart. Love it.
And also this particular spot, so not only does the gate kind of make that big old barking noise, but you actually see this time spikes come out from like the fence line, just like ka-chunk, you know, and then like nothing happens and it sort of folds itself back away. Yeah.
Sweet. Are there any like any woodland creatures around? Birds, squirrels, rabbits?
Yeah, like heaps. Yeah.
Excellent. I'm gonna try and get the attention of one of them. Because I'm a gnome, I can speak with small beasts.
Yeah, cool. There's
so
little moles and field rats and birds and all
so I'll find one of the birds. I'm gonna like tug on Blitzen's fur and just be like, "Pardon me, may I use your superior height for a second?"
Yeah, we do horsey rides all the time. That's fine. Like you are welcome to sit on the reindeer part. That's cool.
Lovely, thank you so much. And I'll like clamber up and try and like get the attention of a bird.
Okay.
And I'm basically going to try and say, was there a small child that came through here, or was there something big and scary?
Okay. Is this like a class thing or is this like an animal handling thing?
This is like a gnome thing.
Okay, cool.
I can communicate simple ideas with small or smaller beasts. So I'm trying to ask it if it saw like a small human, if it knows what that is.
Yeah.
Or
so
if there was something
like,
big and scary.
Pretty black bird with a big old white bobble at its throat. And it was hanging out in a tree full of yellow flowers, and it sort of kind of flits around you, and it's communicating back. Yes, small child, flowers in its hair, like, because it's like same as the flowers.
Recognize the flowers, yep.
Yeah, like, and it sort of flies over and sort of circles the creek, but then it sort of flits in, like, near the tree line.
Yeah.
And then sort of comes back.
Cool. Yeah, basically I'll just be like, okay, thanks very much. I appreciate that.
Birds are jerks.
Whoa.
It shits on you.
It can't understand me. I'm not a gnome. It shouldn't be able to respond to that. That's really suspicious.
You'd be surprised.
Your Puddle goes, whoa, and it just flies back and just like lets loose and flies away again.
I feel like me and that bird might be sort of spiritual kin in a kind of way.
Yeah, birds are jerks.
Not what I meant.
Yeah, so it looks like, the bird is able to communicate. Yeah. Saw a small child with yellow in the hair and was down at the creek and headed to the tree line.
Great. I will relay that to my party and be like, yeah, I think she went over that way.
Let's head on over that way. That's it.
So as you enter into the Wolfwood, things get like dark quickly. It's so dense in here and it just cuts off that lovely blue, sky that was above you just before, and things sort of get quite overcast and dim in here. Yeah. And it's cool. Like, it's not like icy cold or anything. It's just that lovely cool of shade, you know? And so you're walking through this area. What is your passive perceptions, crew?
11.
Okay.
How do I calculate my passive perception?
It'll be 10 plus wisdom.
Yeah,
okay.
there you go.
10 plus wisdom, 13.
Okay.
12.
Okay, so all kind of, 11, 12, 13. All right, yeah. So as you're walking along, you do hear various noises in the bushes, you know, but there are wildlife in here. So every now and then you see like a bunny hop past or just the flit of a fox tail as it runs away, you know, that kind of stuff. So you're just hearing general wood noise as you're walking through. You're not seeing any obvious signs of like a child or anything. What are you gonna do?
Can I basically make some sort of survival check near? Because we're in the woods now.
Yeah. You're still in the outer of the woods, but you're in the woods.
Yeah, I'll try and see if I can spot any broken grass or things like that.
Let's do a spot hidden roll. What's that?
Spot hidden roll, yeah.
Yeah, what RPG system is that? I've been listening to that a lot lately.
Spot hidden, it's Pathfinder.
Is it Dragonbane?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a survival check.
Yes, please.
And it is a 15.
Perfect. Okay, so 15. Yeah, I think you can kind of get the sense of like some broken twigs and things like that. That looks like someone has sort of rushed through a certain area, like not quite where you were, just a bit over from where you were, and you see sort of a few more broken twigs and trampled leaves and things like that, like something has come through at pace. Yeah.
So yeah, it looks like something came through here pretty quick. It might have been the girl, it might have been something else, I'm not sure.
Okay. Can I cast a spell?
Sure.
No. Can I cast detect magic?
Okay.
Can I just like pick up on any kind of magic vibes that are going on in this forest?
Yeah. How far out does detect magic go? Like, what's its?
I think it's 30 feet. Let me just double check that for you.
30 feet, you probably wouldn't pick up terribly much. Maybe like a weird sort of lingering smell or, you know, like cinnamon scent on the air of like maybe an enchantment, but it's really hard to tell.
Well, I can keep it active for 10 minutes so we can carry on. Yeah.
Walking, and it seems that's that very elusive smell of something that you just can't quite put your finger on sort of is leading you in further and further and further, and you're sort of, you know, kind of chasing that as you walk through this wood.
I smell cookies.
I smell bad coffee.
Because of the way that I rolled, you hear a very distinctive noise in the bush nearby coming from the right of you that sort of sounds like something tried to lie down quietly and just crushed everything underneath it.
We go over
something
there.
Quite large. Yeah.
We'll go check it out. Well, I want to go see what the source of that noise was.
You guys go check it out.
Well, you're on my back, so you're coming with.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so you go to check it out and you hear and like something is growling at you just with like one bush between you and it. Like you just haven't quite parted that last one to see what it is yet.
Cool. I'm going to cast a mage armor.
I'm going to part the bush.
Okay. Roll me initiative right as you go to do that. Because we need to see who goes first as you're like reaching out for the bush. All right. What did Puddle get?
Puddle got a 9.
What did Jackie Sleet get? Jackie Sleet, not Sheet.
Jackie Sleet got 24.
24.
Yeah.
Overachiever. Blitzen, what'd you get?
11.
Nice. Okay, well that beats my guy. It looks like it's going to be Jackie, Blitzen, something in the bushes, then Puddle. So, Jackie, you see Blitzen about to part these bushes. What do you do?
Jackie just like grabs out of the air a fistful of water with the idea that he's going to use it to shape some sort of like restraint system should it be needed.
Okay.
As a water genasi, as a monk, he's used to, creating water, shaping water.
Yeah.
Really good in a snowball fight.
Do you
Absolute
always
champ.
draw it from the atmosphere, or do you also keep like a flask on you, or like what does it look like when you're pulling like water out?
Well, so it would generally depend on the environment. In the desert, a man takes such water as he is offered, no matter who does the offering.
Yeah.
So there it's a little more difficult to pull out of the environment, but who wants to go to the desert at Wetmas time? But, like in a forest where it's relatively cool, where the trees appear to be reasonably healthy, there's going to be environmental water that can just be pulled out. So like everybody's going to feel a little warmer briefly, like as that.
The rest of us are
I like it. I like it. So you're basically
think of me as your personal dehumidifier.
I think you're getting the black lung pop.
So you're basically readying an action.
Yeah, readying an action with like a fistful of water. The action that I am readying is shape water into a restraint of some description to be decided upon later. The trigger would be something that I might interpret as an aggressive action towards Blitzen.
Okay, cool. All right, and Blitzen, you're up.
I can finish parting the bushes. Yeah, what do I see?
You see a giant grey wolf's head, like standing there snarling, like ready to attack, like very ready.
Good.
Yeah.
It's just the head, everyone. Don't worry about it. Okay, giant wolf head. Can I? And it looks aggressive.
Oh yeah, like it's moments away from pouncing. You've just sort of parted right as it was going to.
And its feet, are they obvious?
They are. They're really obvious. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So I'm going to say, your days of eating this one halfling called Jeremy are over. And I'm going to pull my quarterstaff out, and I'm going to cast Shillelagh. Use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh to turn my quarterstaff into like a big long, like it's got a reindeer antler on the top of it.
Nice. Like it. Cool.
And then for my action, I will cast Booming Blade, and I will whack it with my Booming Blade Shillelagh.
Nice. Whack it.
Bam.
So, hang on. This is the first time I've used these spells, so I'm just trying to make sure I completely understand. So, Shillelagh makes my damage die D8.
Damage. Yep.
And makes Wisdom my weapon modifier. That's cool. And then Booming Blade, I can make a melee attack against one creature within the spell's range. Okay. That is not great. That is a 8 to hit.
Yeah, that does not hit. But it only just misses. For a giant wolf like this, there's something kind of slower and sluggish about this guy. Not sure what's going on there yet, but he just gets out of the way of this.
This wolf can affect depth perception powers, everyone. Be on your guard.
It's depth perception. That's what we're going with. Okay.
Hey, don't imply I'm bad at my job.
Okay.
I've got enough of that back at work.
It staggers back towards you, intent on biting the thing that tried to bite it. Oh, it tried to smack it. Oh, whack a wolf. And it gets a 12. Does a 12 hit your AC?
12 does not hit.
Okay, so
I'll block it with my cool antler stuff.
Yeah, nice.
I would say that qualifies as an aggressive action, and so using shape water to just encase its whole muzzle, including its nose and its mouth, just sealing it with water and just holding it there.
Okay.
Restrained, drowning, it's all the same.
I'm just imagining using ice to keep all of its teeth together, and then I remember
this is just water. It can still open its mouth, it can still move. It just can't breathe.
Oh, yeah. I see.
At all.
Yep. And so it's very confused by this. There's a yelp and a paw goes up to try and bat the water away. There is definite panic happening in this wolf's face. Puddle, what are you doing?
Did you want to go with this guy, Puddle? I think he's about done, but give it a go.
If it's heading towards Blitzen,
mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to hop off the back of Blitzen, and I'm actually going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
To try and kind of read this wolf's thoughts. Because
Okay.
I can, I automatically learn what's most on the target's mind right now, which I think is pretty obvious.
But I also rolled a nat one.
Ah,
So because I figure you're about to ask me to do a save. So
yes, it would have been a wisdom save, yeah.
Yeah. So how's a nat one for you?
Okay.
That's a Merry Christmas for you guys.
Cool. Okay.
So I think Puddle's about to find out what this wolf's like childhood most embarrassing memory was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to discern.
So initial thoughts were wet, like panic about that, and then you get an underlying confusion of not supposed to eat reindeer. The red man will make me more hurt, and is very panicky about the reindeer, panicky about the water, just
Puddle,
wants to get away.
Who is the red man?
It's must go back to nice, yummy halfling men. It's trying to start to back up, trying to get away from you.
It's trying to get to a halfling. It's talking about some kind of red man, and it's conflicted about eating a reindeer.
Yeah. And you do actually see an image of talking about the small one that thought was a halfling, but then the reindeer kicked him. It wasn't the halfling. Hurt. So it's kind of this very confused.
Nice. So I think it tried to eat the girl, but the girl was on a reindeer. The reindeer kicked him in the face, and now he's super confused.
That's okay. He won't be confused for long unless he settles down.
I think he's trying to get away.
Oh, I can imagine he would be. I would be too if I couldn't breathe. I figure he's got about another 5, 4.
I can listen. I can only read his thoughts. I can't tell him to do anything.
That's okay. You just let me know when his thoughts start fading off and he's going to sleep, because then I can let the water go.
Puddle's going to be like, nope, that is too dark even for me. I'm not going to pay attention.
I don't want to kill him. I just want him to be
flashes of him being a little wolf puppy with his mom and his brothers and his sisters.
Oh no, it's getting much worse. It's getting much, much worse. Oh, when they said this forest gets dark, this is what they meant. Oh no.
I can let him breathe again. You just need to let me know he's going to calm down.
I don't know if he's going to calm down.
Well, he does. He does seem to be sort of because he's figured out he can't get it off. Whatever this is, he can't get it off. So he's just lying down and just sort of batting at his muzzle.
I'm fairly certain he realizes he's made a grave mistake. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, big wide eyes, of regret.
I think at that point I'd probably let the spell lapse.
Then, just panting.
Okay, I think he's learned his lesson.
Just waiting. So. There's very much a big wide wait look, of what comes next.
Do we want to?
I was super unclear. Was the quest to kill this wolf, or was it just to somehow stop him from eating halflings?
Mm-hmm.
I know that he wanted to eat a halfling, but he thought it was the girl. Maybe we should just focus on getting the girl first.
Do we bring the wolf with us?
Well, I don't know how we're going to bring it with us.
I do a wolf whistle.
It perks an ear.
It feels attractive.
I can't whistle in real life, but there's a real type of whistle called a wolf whistle, so I'll do that.
Yeah. Builders do it all the time. Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, when they're trying to attract wolves, exactly.
And they wonder why the wolves eat their faces.
I never thought the wolf would eat my face.
The wolf kind of tries to stand with the wolf whistle. But it's very its head is hung, its shoulders are very up, its tail is right between its legs,
Can I? Can I cast minor illusion?
Okay. To do.
I'm gonna try and make the sound of a reindeer behind it.
Oh, yep.
Basically, so that there's one in front and one behind to see what it does.
Okay.
And I'll clippy clop on the spot.
Yeah.
It's totally freaked out. So it sort of sees something kind of flicker behind it, and it jumps so high in the air and comes down facing the other way.
Yeah.
And just basically actually tucked into the two of you. So it's like in between Jackie and Puddle and like cowering.
I'm really curious about how this wolf knows it's not supposed to eat reindeer. It's like children, fine. Halflings, fine. Reindeer, no, can't do that. That's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, this whole region's obsession with reindeer is kind of weird.
Flattering, yeah.
Flattering. That's what I was going to say. Flattering.
I'm really looking forward when we get to Lakeside and we can settle this with a water fight. See who's useful.
You always win the water fights.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfair.
Yeah, I do.
Can I?
Best time of year.
Can I try an animal handling check to try and get it to chill the fuck out?
Yeah, you can try. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty like freaked out, so like, you know, maybe something nice would be nice. I don't know. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna try. Well, sorry.
Can I help?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do the like take out a like some like one of my rations, I guess, which is like, you know, it's like a vegan brownie.
Sure.
And I'm gonna try and like hold it up to it and just like.
Okay. Roll because we've got help, so roll with advantage with the assist.
Okay, with advantage, it is a 16.
Okay. All right. 16. Yeah, it licks the thing that you're holding out because it smells food, and then it sort of gingerly bites, you know, and then it sort of chomps on that. And
while
then
it's biting, can I like reach up and like scratch under its muzzle?
Yeah. It sort of like licks your fingers a little bit in a like kind of way, you know, like in a very like, please don't do the thing to me again. It's not sure who did it, but like, please don't. This food is better.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I'll kind of scratch its muzzle and just be like, "Look, you're just a little confused, right? You're just confused. You don't know what's going on. It's okay."
Yep.
No,
it seems to be like nodding, which is a whole thing.
Yep. Hey,
as you're going,
you're just confused. It's okay. It's all right. It's a very confusing time. But we're gonna go.
So I have a question.
Yes.
As this is happening, as Puddle is desperately trying to tame something that was very ready to attack us mere moments ago.
Very. Seconds.
I want to try and sort of just, as best I can, kind of vibe check, examine this wolf, as it were, using a nature check.
Sure.
To see whether or not this holistically comes off as a natural, actual wolf, or whether, in fact, there is some other fuckery going on.
Yeah, something going on. Yeah, I get you.
Well, that is disappointing. That is a 7 total.
Acts like wolf, looks like wolf. You're not really sure. Like, you've never seen a wolf do this before, so it's kind of confusing. Yeah. But is this what all wolves would do if you nearly kill them and then let them live? Like,
what's that word for like? Oh, I forgot the word. The word for like when animals paired with humans. There's
Imprint?
like a word. No. There's a word for like people say that cats did it to themselves.
Domesticated?
This wolf just like was so easy to domesticate. It was like one roll to domesticate this wolf. I think it might already be someone's pet.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know if I'm not trying to domesticate.
Thank you, Brad.
I'm not trying to domesticate it, y'all. Like
it licks you in the face as you're like, I'm not trying to domesticate it.
Look, okay, look, I get it. I'm in the Prismari school. I'm not a druid. Okay, I'm an artist, but still, it just seemed very confused about what was going on.
I think this
wolf is nodding. It understands us.
Okay, then. All right, Mr.
You
Wolf.
show us the way to the other little person that you were about to eat, one that was riding a reindeer.
And it looks at you. It sort of shies away from you a little bit. Smells the magic on you, and but also carefully, while still looking at you, puts its nose on the ground and sniffs around a little bit, catches something, sort of walks around in a couple of circles, and then sort of looks at you like, "Roar."
Are you a druid shapeshifted into a wolf? Legally, you have to tell me if you're a druid shapeshifted into a wolf.
puts his head
First of all,
sideways.
that's not what druids have to do at
Yeah,
all.
that's. I don't know who told you that, but that's definitely not what they. No one has to do that.
But also, if the druids take you to their circle, they don't have to give you a sending stone. There's no requirement for them to do that either.
Yeah.
It's something the bards made up for it to make for good narrative beats. I've been lying to you.
It does seem to understand that you want it to show you where the little person is.
Yep. Sweet.
Okay, we'll follow its lead and see where it takes us.